We'll see if they carry over some.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Utah Jazz come into this one after the win against the Memphis Grizzlies. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Hood out there with Burke, and it's Hayward in at the 3. Well, clearly, guys, Trey Burke is a guy who is talent, drafted number 9 overall 2013, grew up in Columbus, Ohio, went to the University of Michigan. But so far, you know, Greg, in the NBA, he's been a bit of a tweener.
And that's a great point. And part of the issue is, you know, he was a scoring guard in a point guard's body. And one thing that happens in college when you're the best player, it's a lot easier. Now when you move up to the next level, you have to change what you do on the floor to impact the game. And that's been a challenge for him thus far early in his career.
Interesting. Here's the kid after the basket by Utah. From past the arc, it's rebounded by Derek Favors.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
And he gets the bucket.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
To the inside. Freak kicks to Williams. Freak passes to Hall. The three-pointer off the mark.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts. Trying to take the lid off the basket.
Freak dishes to Webster. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
Jazz have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. There's a screen. Favors with a screen on Jones. Favors with the screen. Here's Burke. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's the kid coming off a solid outing against Indiana. Here's Freak. Offline with his 3.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Burke. Here's Favors. Tries again. The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And a season ago, only converting at about a 72% clip from the line.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Second free throw, no good.
A lot of NBA teams have been outright buying developmental league teams. I mean, the Jazz did that last season. They purchased the Idaho Stampede last March, and we see more and more of that happening. One-on-one affiliations between D-League teams and NBA teams.
There's the lob to the hoop, and Freak throws it down.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Cass, Quinn Snyder gave me a few moments to catch up with him. The frustration was evident in his voice when I asked him about the way their season had been developing. He told me, we've been learning the hard way that anything less than a 100% effort is not going to get it done. I want to see my guys a lot hungrier than they have been. That would certainly help, gentlemen.
And thank you, Doris. Well, last year the Jazz acquired the Stampede from the D-League. It makes sense. They have a designated place now to develop, break all their young talent.
And Kevin, it's really a key for the Jazz to have those extra minutes available for all those young talents to get an opportunity to get confidence, but also to learn your system. I think more and more NBA teams will follow this route of buying D-League teams.
Favors can't get it to go. Gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. There's the dish to Hood. Here's the 3. And Jones pulls it down, getting 45% from the field early. Here's Freak. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
Yeah, a quick 2-game series between the two teams, one in each club's home building.
Well, looky here. We've got an interconference matchup. Always interesting to see how two teams match up that don't get a chance to see a whole lot of one another.
Oh, that's a close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it, Greg. I mean, it didn't look like his feet were set to me.
Williams kicks to Clark, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Jazz trail by 3.
And guys, Shelvin Mack, strong, good jump shot. More importantly, knows his role. Hasn't started that many games in his career, but maximizes his minutes when he's on the floor.
Now here's Favors. Got a piece of it. .106 left here in the opening quarter. And there's the pass to Ball. Five to shoot. Williams passes to Clark. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Getting back to Shelvin Mack, he plays smart, values the basketball. Clark doesn't have tremendous vision, but stays composed and makes the solid play.
Yeah, very reliable rotational player for you as a combo guard. Bulls his way around the court. He can knock opponents off balance with that size, and he's a good shot maker, too. Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point-blank looks time and time again.
So it's Utah now. 7-point differential. NATO. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Now here's Webster. Beyond the arc. And he gets it to go. Webster's got 7.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. The home. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far? Closer. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Williams is out there with D. Jones in at the 3 spot. Fires from deep. Finds the
pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
And for the Jazz, Burke's the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Booker out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Exum in at the 1. Now here's Hayward. 9-point game his last outing. Clock at 4. Exum's shot is off. Here's the kid. The feed to Williams. With his first shot attempt. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Exum. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Gobert dishes to Booker. Burke's with it. Working on Williams. No good from Booker. Hitting a tremendous 61% from the floor. Hitting on all cylinders. And stolen by Booker. Exum with it. Williams picks him up. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Hayward. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
And you know, Gordon Hayward was involved in one of the more fascinating NBA draft stories. It started after his father confirmed that Gordon would submit his name to the draft but would not immediately hire an agent.
Yeah, reportedly, Dad created a highly detailed 2-page questionnaire that he gave prospective agents, which is not something that's typical.
And on the topic of Hayward hiring an agent, it was reported that the questionnaire was just the beginning, and that prospective agents also went through quite a grilling. In addition to that, you talk about a thorough process.
That's good. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Utah calls timeout.
You know, back to Hayward, obviously his first NBA contract was subject to the rookie wage scale, but his second contract, 4-year max deal. So whatever the Haywards have done as far as agent vetting, it's paid off.
Jazz trail by 13. Exum kicks to Booker. And Jones. Shot clock at 6. And have a chance now to switch. Teams led the league in three-point percentage last
when they were one of the best long-distance shooting teams in the league.
Trey Burke's checked in for Dante Exum. And so Jones nails both of them.
And you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere.
Here's Burke. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Burke's got 6. Got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. It's Williams with the drive. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Those court projections you see in the pregame, we don't even have the best angle for them. They're so good.
Yeah, nice perk for those sitting a little higher up on those or those watching TV. It's about putting on a show and at the end of the day, entertaining the fans.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Jones after the basket by Utah. 6 on the shot clock. Webster, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game. The first one falls.
Some fantastic numbers here for Webster. He has 8 points and 2 steals. He's given them a lot with his passing and with his defensive work.
How about the activity of those hands here today?
Derek Favors checked in for the Jazz. Nice shot by Gobert.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
2 years ago, Utah drafted Trey Burke to be their point guard of the future. Then last year, they drafted Dante Exum. It set up quite a competition between those two.
Number 24. Ball.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Getting back to the Burke-Exum rivalry last year, both young men showed some tremendous promise, yet both shot Under 37% from the field, Greg. That's got to improve.
And it will. I mean, last season was tough for both guys in terms of getting used to a certain role. But remember also, when you come into this league, a league of men, and you're that young and you haven't matured, it's going to take you maybe 2 or 3 years before you can find that consistency. And then also factor in both were getting yanked in and out of the lineup. Tough challenge for those young players as they dealt with the ebbs and flow of their confidence.
Now here's Burke. 8 points for him. Favors can't get it to go.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Here's Burke. Shoots off the screen. And that one's good by Favors.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's Freak. He's coming off a 22-point game against Indiana. Williams kicks to Freak. Ball, the pass to Jones. Feeds to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. And Favors gets it to go in on the assist by Burke. Burke's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Freak. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
Gobert, the screen. Pass to Mack. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's Utah. 43 seconds left in the first half. There's Freak. And he goes in for the dunk.
Went to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its ear. I love it.
Yeah, this crowd is stunned.
That's as electric a finish as you're going to see.
Jazz trail by 11. We were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins.
Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pass to Matt. Can't hit from in close.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make...
Oh, he hits it. Oh, no, about that shot.
Big time, big time.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. Great shot there, Kev. And the crowd is going crazy.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The home team, they lead by 12. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the 3rd and 4th quarters. You look at Freak in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. We've got Jay. Freak is out there with the kid. Then it's Williams. And it's Jones in at small forward. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. Seems like he's been around forever.
Here's Hood. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He feeds it to Hayward. And it's Hayward again missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Well, look here at last year in the NBA, where the Jazz ranked. First in opponent points per game. Second in second chance points. And they were ranked third in blocks. A good, solid defensive team in the paint.
And the hallmark for this team is that stifling defense. I mean, you mentioned that ranking. Lowest opponent's points per game. They just grind teams down and really just took the life out of them.
Hood gets the bucket.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Gordon Hayward. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 19 points a game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
Well, his mindset allows him to stack those points up. He wants to carry the load, and clearly he does.
Utah calls timeout. Freak really making a difference here.
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
And the Jazz making a change here. Booker's checked in. Jazz trail by 7. Burke with it. He's got 8. Favors with a screen on Williams. Burke dishes to Hayward. He kicks it to Favors. Clock at 4. Rebound by Webster.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Three-pointer. Hayward tries again. Booker. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
So how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
The closer's checked in for James Jones. And Utah also making a switch. Exum's checked in to the wing right side. Webster with it, working on Booker.
I hope he didn't hurt his neck, because that was one nasty, nasty head fake.
Well, the defender bought that move, hook, line, and sinker.
The whole thing. He may have given him a little pat on the back as he went sailing by.
Now, here's Exum. He's guarded by Williams. Exum kicks to Booker. Here's Favors. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. D, he's checked in for the kid. And Utah also making a switch. Burks, he's checked in for Booker.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league. Had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
Another miss by Utah.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's McCormick. His three-pointer's off the mark. Jazz trail by 5. Talking about Derek Favors, his points per game average went up last season, as it has done in each of his 6 seasons in the league. He's an ascending player.
He is, you know, definitely refined his moves down on the blocks, and he's also become much improved at passing out of the double team, averaging a career high in assists last season as well. The arrow is certainly pointing up for Mr. Favors.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Here's Hood. Here's Hayward. True on the 14-footer. Hayward's got 8.
They needed a run desperately,
And boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Now here's Webster, 11 points in the game. Williams for three, and he gets it to go. Williams has got his third bucket of the night.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
He dishes it to Webster. Oh, good on the triple.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL. What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, good job to take him right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And when you get back to Hayward, last year his points per game were way up. But really impressive, his shooting percentages. Were way up. That's a big step forward, I believe, in his development.
Dishes it to Burks. Williams with the block. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Just 5 to shoot. Latrey. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And here's Freak. He's got 10. Picked by Williams. Now Freak. From downtown, what a play, simply drains it in at the buzzer.
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fellas. What a way to head into the fourth quarter.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively. And the final period of play just about to start. Jazz trail by 8. Taking a look at the Jazz. Favors and Gobert are the shot-blocking duo inside. Shelvin Mack is out there with Trey Burke, and it's Burks in at the small forward position.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Burke kicks to Favors. Now here's Burks. D right on him. Back to Favors. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Freak. Sinks the three-pointer.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
To the middle, here's Mack. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got 5 assists in the game.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Being 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. And Freak throws it down.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points
onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Williams with the block, and they're able to recover. Shot clock at 6. Good on the shot. 10 points for Trey Burke.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's Freak. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
Utah calls timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Here's Hood. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And guys, as many rookies do, Rodney Hood hit some major bumps in the road last season. I mean, he came in with the reputation of having an NBA-ready jumper, yet only hit 41% of his shots. He had that foot injury that kept him out for a string of games. However, it really all came together for him in April, the last month of the season.
And that one's good by Clark.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
From the stripe, it's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Outside Williams. Jones, that's for 2. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight. Jazz trail by 14. Now here's Burke. Favors with a screen on Williams. Here's Burke. Misses the step-back jump shot.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And the foul on Mo Williams. That's his first foul. Favors with the screen. Burke, the pass to Gobert. Stolen.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Utah foul call. Rudy Gobert.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line, Dante Jones.
And so Jones nails both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Now here's Favors. Hayward goes in. Somehow misses the two-handed jam.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Now here's Burke, defended by Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it to Burke. Wide open. No good off the front iron. Gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Jazz trail by 16. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Williams against Gobert. The dish to Freak. And Webster kicks to Freak. There's the three. The rebound by the Jazz.
Well, you know, that's one thing they've been doing extremely well. Corralling those Karens.
Yeah, that's about the only thing, because not a whole lot else going right for him thus far. And wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
That's good. 13 points for Jay.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Now here's Hayward. Softly drops in the floater.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Here's Freak. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Freak. He has 20 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Exum with it, out defended by Freak. They set the pick. Exum kicks to Booker. The fadeaway. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Here's Mack. Booker dishes to Mack. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. No good from Booker. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
NATO, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you, and now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game. What'd you like about his performance, Shaq?
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
Well, he reminded us all of how dangerous he is as a slasher. He drove the lane time and time again and got points inside to show for it. An explosive, hard-charging performance. I loved it.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.